This PIA NALAAR Core Steelcutter deck just 5-0'd the most recent Standard League event, so we're going to try it out here live in top 1% Mythic, ranked best of 1 Standard. I'm a little bit suspect. I've been enjoying pulling decks out of like the Standard League events, ones that interest me, and this one definitely caught my eye, but I am suspicious of how well it's going to do today. Core problems that I see is, one, I just wish there were more 1-drops in the deck. Like, you really want to be able to double spell easily to get the Core Steelcutter triggers, and we only have, 10 1-drops here? A lot of 2-drops, but not that many 1-drops. I also wish there were more creatures in general, especially 1-drop creatures, but the reality is the Spear is the only prowess creature in Boros, and so if you want more creatures, you're basically leaning into the Heartfire hero, which probably also means you want to run Monstrous Rage. But then to make space, we're probably cutting things like Ren's Resolve and PIA NALAAR, and then we're kind of cutting out the Heart and Soul of the deck, so I think we're going to leave that as is. I also am a little bit suspect on Get Lost, again, just because I wish there were more 1-drops. I could see cutting this down to 2 and running more Torch to Towers. The last thing I am suspect about is the mana base. We have 3 tap lands, the Elegant Parlor, 2 of Surveilling, and then 1 Restless Bivouac. Just leave me alone. It's fine. I don't know how to pronounce this card. Yeah, it's going to be great late game. You know, if we get a lot of triggers off the exile stuff, we're going to be happy to have some more utility lands in there. But early game, if you have an opening hand with 2 lands, one of them is a tap land, and you're trying to curve out and do your aggro thing, you're going to be super sad to see that. We do get to run Count on Luck, which I don't know has ever been played. It's an Aether Drift card. Aether Drift card, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You can play that card this turn, so that's cool. So we're running a lot of cool different cards, and we're just going to see how it goes. I'm not going to make any substitutions off the bat, but maybe we'll try to tweak it a bit. At the end of the day, it is a PIA NALAAR deck in ranked top 1% Mythic, best of 1 Standard, so we're just going to do our best. If you want to go to the gameplay, you can skip right now. I don't know if I'm going to leave a timestamp. You can figure it out. For those of you loyal to the channel, I have a question. Some feedback I'm looking for. So yesterday evening, I released a different type of video, kind of like my anime series was a different style of video. I released a video where I had a beginner play against me. I was playing Bears Tribal, and I gave them a very powerful Narset commander deck with lots of rares and mythic rares. It ended up being a surprisingly evenly matched battle, so I think I made the decks well, given our skill level difference. Click-through rate, fantastic. Everyone wants to click on the video. That's great. Audience retention, the minutes watched, terrible. Torpedoed into the ground immediately, I think by you guys. So I think the way the YouTube algorithm works is whenever I create a video, first it sends it out to all of my loyal subscribers, and then if it does well there, it can go out to, you know, further and further populations until eventually nobody's interested in it. I don't think you guys like that video, because that's not what you guys signed up for. You guys like the rank 1 Mythic videos, right? You like seeing me compete at the high level. You like the tournament videos, you really like those, and in general you like seeing me compete in like high ranked Mythic Standard with good decks. That's what you've signed up for, and there's no reason to fault you for that. But I think what happened is that video went to you, and you're watching this beginner play, and it's not what you signed up for, and so you immediately clicked out, and that destroyed the audience retention. So I don't think the video, I think the video will continue to get more views because the click-through rate continues to be fantastic, but it's not the right content for you guys. But I did enjoy creating it. It's more fun. It has a guest star, which makes my life more interesting. And I do think it's a very solid concept, right? Beginner versus pro is a solid concept, and yeah, I think there could be a home for it. So this is the feedback I'm looking for. One option ahead of me is to just create an entirely different channel, and I could even re-upload the exact same video there and just see, okay, if YouTube doesn't send it out to all of you guys and you guys don't like it, let's just see who YouTube sends it out to. Maybe you can naturally find a better population for that kind of content. The second question is the more interesting thing, which is what I want your feedback on, is there any way for you, the Spike player who wants to watch Dr. Ruckus rank 1 Mythic videos, is there any way I could film that video that you would actually watch it? Or will it always just never be your cup of tea? Like if we sat in different rooms, like for the video, if you haven't watched it, you can go watch it. We sit side by side. It's like very cute and like fun. But I am guiding her a little bit through it. She does a lot of it by herself, but I think it'd be too much to ask to have her do it completely alone. Her first ever time playing Magic the Gathering or really any card game at all. So I sat next to her, but I could sit in a different room and I could try very hard, like I try hard with the other videos. And you know, maybe Bears Tribal is too boring for you, but I could play complicated, crappy decks. Like I could play some busted or broken combo decks that are really not very consistently good, but do some crazy stuff. And so I could still try hard and try to beat the crap out of my opponent, even though but give them a good deck. You know, like, would that be interesting enough for you? Or will it never be interesting to you because I just want to see ranked Mythic Standard videos. I just want to see competitive stuff. She's going to play too slowly for me because she's new and she's still reading cards. Like, it just never be my cup of tea. That's question number 1. Is there any way to make it interesting to you, or will you never be the target audience for that type of content? Second question, which is more of a brainstorm question, you might not know the answer, is if we forget you and we just think about everyone else who likes Magic the Gathering videos, right? So there are like 40 million people that play Magic the Gathering. The official Magic the Gathering channel gets 20 million views on its like teaser releases, like Innistrad is coming out, watch this 3-minute animated teaser. And then the next rank down is the Command Zone, got 3.5 million views on a Post Malone guest star video, but that's a special guest star. And then I think their best videos without a crazy guest star is like 2 million. So I view 2 million as like the cap of people on YouTube who want to watch fun YouTube content. And yeah, so that means there's like 1.9 million people who've never seen me and aren't interested in spiky, you know, ranked standard videos. But they might be interested in watching this beginner format because, again, the click-through rate is very strong, and I think the premise is strong as well. So yeah, just curious if you have any thoughts on what you would do differently. Maybe nothing. The answer could be nothing. I could just republish the video on a different channel and see if other people like it. But I want to play with that. I was texting one of my friends last night, and he was like, I think you guys should be in different rooms because it'll be harder to edit, but you'll each have your own internal monologues, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I'll be narrating what I think, oh my gosh, she's doing this, and then I could, you know, flip the edit, like The Office or whatever, and see her talking like, oh my god, what's going on, right? Like, you could see how that would be an engaging edit. I could do things like I could play Omniscience, for example, and so you'd get to experience seeing a beginner play against Omniscience for the first time, and there could be potentially very funny, endearing reactions to that, like, this is dumb, this is stupid, why would I ever do this, right? That is, if she had that reaction, you could see how that would be an enjoyable video to watch because you would get to empathize with someone going through something for the first time. She's never seen a counterspell before, right? You could see her play against a counterspell for the very first time. Like, these are the kinds of things that could make engaging videos. So anyway, I'm just thinking about it. I enjoyed filming it. It's not as taxing as the anime series. By the way, by contrast, anime series, low click-through rate, excellent audience retention. If you clicked on that video, you watched like 37% of it to 40%. Like, if you clicked on it, you liked it. But I think that one's just really hard to sell from a thumbnail standpoint. It's hard to convey, I think. If you were going to like that content, yeah, I think it's just hard to get that one out there. That one capped out very quickly at 4,000 views and is never going to grow. Whereas I think this one will continue to grow because people will click on the thumbnail. So anyway, I am thinking about these things. I would love to hear your feedback if you have any ideas. Because I'm just trying to brainstorm away. I think the premise is solid and I enjoyed filming it. All right, so we're going to move on to the ranked standard gameplay video that you guys signed up for. You don't really sign up for this stuff, but some of you stick around for that. I am suspicious of how this deck will perform. We shall see. And we'll go to the comments as well. Per usual. Nine in the Magic says, whoa, a girl. I know. Shocking. You know, one of you, I mean, most of the comments are pretty positive. Like, this is cute, this is fun, like, I like this. One of them was like, why would you ever think we would want to see this? You're obviously just trying to show off to this girl. And I just have to say, if you think showing girls your Magic the Gathering collection is doing it, you have a lot to learn, my friend. I have found it to be a vast deficit to overcome in my experience. Tends not to be what the ladies want to see. We're on the draw here. We got some Torch the Tower and Count on Luck. Alright, I mean, this is a good keep. We're like a weird control deck now. It's gonna be just fine. It's Orzov, Pixies. Alright, well, Count on Luck is good. I think we keep the land and bin the Get Lost. Ooh, that's not bad. They could play a Pixie, but they don't have a white yet, so... I think we'll just get this down and try to Count on Luck on 3. If we Count on Luck and Corey Steelcutter, it's like a good amount of value over the course of the game. It's Pixie, pick it up, put it back down. Joy. Probably another Get Lost, I think. So Swift Spear, Torch, or just get the Steel Cutter down? I kind of think we just get the Steel Cutter down for the value. It's a little bit awkward mana-wise. Two to the face. Down to 14. It's really low. Okay. A little mid-rangey. Alright, that is interesting. The next Steel Cutter is quite nice here. Plus we can Torch the Pixie, I think, is the plan. Spell number 1. Second spell this turn. Trigger. Take action. Take action. Oh my gosh. Someone just started mowing their lawn, and I don't know if the mic is going to pick it up. But if you hear that, they are exceptionally loud, and I think there's nothing I can do about that. I think my mic might cut it out. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Dude has a 6/6. You know, I don't think that's really amazing for us. I guess we count on luck here, right? There's nothing else we can really do. And we're not in blue, so we don't even have a bounce spell. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're attacking, so we'll do this. I don't think we throw away the 3/3s. I think we try to put a lot of pressure on the back rack. The next Swift Spear. It does let us double spell. We're going to get a draw off this. If it's a land, I guess we want the guaranteed double spell. It's not looking good. We drop to 6. Then we drop to 4. And if they kill a creature, we drop to 2. And if they kill another creature, we drop to 0. So, very close to death here. That lawnmower's going ham, though. I really hope you can't hear it. I'm so sorry if you can. Alright, we dropped to 2. Opponent is 18. Seems like it's going to work out okay for us. Swift Spear. Slick Shot. I think we're dead, right? I mean, technically we can block with a Slick Shot. And then we die to the Annex, so yes, that is in fact the game. There is nothing to be done. We can hit the attack all button, though. You know, give him heck. It's a lot of damage. Okay. That'll do it for that one. Yeah, in general, Magic the Gathering is not a huge selling point to the ladies, I have found. Anyway, we hold on to top 1% Mythic. Top 1800, easy. 17.99. This is entertaining, love it. Just marry her already. Oh my gosh. Is this your old... If this is your old lady, you should at least explain the freaking game. I hope she gives you no... I'm not reading that. You're freaking fired, lol. Okay. Opponent goes first. We got the PIA NALAAR thing. Yeah, we keep it. We got some cards. If the deck is going to do anything, this is the hand to do it, right? Alright. I think we're just getting in there. Okay. He's got a Steel Cutter. We got our PIA NALAAR. We're gonna see who's coming out on top. If we start the PIA NALAAR, we have nothing to exile with anyway. Slick Shot's not bad. It's a lot of damage next turn, right? We could pick off a couple things. How good are these blockers versus the trample though, right? Like, not really that good. I kind of think you just Slick Shot and attack. They do have Burst Lightning. Okay, maybe we could PIA NALAAR. I'm not loving this. So we could plot you and go land PIA NALAAR Torches Tower. Get a little bit of value, but I'm not really sure. I think these 1/1s could be excellent blockers in some matchups. But in this particular matchup, +1/+1 Trample and Haste is not so good for us. It's the double spell. They got the Rage. We do not. It's a crap ton of damage to the face. Drops to 10. It's our own Steel Cutter. We go Steel Cutter, Slick Shot, Torches Tower. Probably better than PIA NALAAR. I mean, we get a 2/2 instead of a 1/1, right? Alright, spell number 1. Spell number 2. Take the action. Attack all. Probably dead on the crackback, right? But I don't think... I mean, you could hold back one of them, but, geez, I don't really even think you do. Let's see if they block. Nah, they don't. Okay. I mean, these guys both have trample, right? They'll move this one, though, in theory. So maybe we take out this guy. Come on, boys. Let's go. To 9. Let's just see if they win this turn. Extremely likely. Okay, okay. 5 damage presented. land is not good. They burst lightning the creature. I feel like they could have had lethal this turn, maybe? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had lethal. And they still have lethal, even though they blew the burst lightning. So, yeah, deck is strong. Alright, rocking the 0 and 2. We could have held back a blocker, for sure. I don't know if we would have won, though. Seems likely. Again, Get Lost is feeling a bit too slow. Like, I really think you want as many little 1-drops as you can get. Just double spell as frequently as possible. That's what makes the Is It deck sing. On the play. That's looking nice to me. We keep this. We've dropped out of 1% Mythic into top 2% Mythic. Con Laundry says, great video, super cute. Would love to see another one at some point. I thought it was cute too. To the face. Rakdos, one to the bottom. What do we want to do here? We could just run result. I guess you want to get the Slick Shot down as soon as possible, right? We don't have any protection for it anyway. I think you just run it out. I don't think we need to plot it. I think we'll just grab that extra point of damage. To 17. Okay, we can start with the Resolve. Can always go land versus lightning. Guess we could have held the land. No, we wouldn't have been able to outscale that anyway, right? Just becomes a 3-2. Okay, a lot of land here. We'll take this one. And burst lightning face. Opponent's 12. A Painter Studio and a land in exile. I mean, it looks like they're setting up to reanimate soon. There's nothing down there yet. Make the treasure. Maybe a fear of missing out. What's that one called? I forget what the red fear is called. I always forget what the fears are called. A hard cast Cell Sword. You know, that's a bit more interesting than we thought. Okay, we probably resolve here again. Hope to hit something else cheap. Try to play the Forge. PIA NALAAR. Okay. Well, obviously we have the double block covered if they want it. That is a bit strange, I would say. Okay. We do get the map token value. Seize the spoils Atali. Alright. So Cell Sword is just it is Reanimator, but they're looking to fling their reanimated thing. Valgavoth? Alright, I mean we're losing next turn unless we kinda gotta kill him here, but I don't think we can do it this particular turn. I mean, man, I think we're dead. PIA NALAAR puts on more pressure. I don't know how good Count on Luck is here. It's an extra card every turn, but the game kind of ends unless we can just kill them. PIA NALAAR also makes flying blockers for Valgavoth. In theory. So maybe we'll still go with that. Alright, that's all we got. How much damage are we doing here? Just 2? If I get Valgavoth, I don't think you need this. I think you need the next, like, Get Lost, basically, right? Yeah, if they get Valgaboth, we have to hit Get Lost, and then we sack. Yeah, there it is. Probably Valgaboth. You want to get a Tali? You can get a Tali if you want. I'm fine with that. It's an 11-11. Alright, so we have to hit Get Lost here. And then we sack. Can we sack lands? Where is it? Yeah, oh, 3 non-land permanents. Oh, that's an issue, actually. Well, that kind of means we actually have to go with the Painter Studio, right? That's the only way to win here. 3 non-land... No, actually, we get a land off this. We get a Thopter, too. Okay, let's start with the cheaper play. Because we get a Thopter off PIA NALAAR, for what it's worth. It's not a Get Lost. We do get a good amount of Thopters here, though. And they get to Ren's Resolve? This is not very good. It's another Thopter. I mean, we can block for a while. If it goes into the graveyard, they just get it, right? So get this land for free. We also don't want to draw it, though. I think you give him the free land. You can have it. I don't want it. Okay, no attacks into the 11-11 lifelink. Again, we're just digging for Get Lost, and then we sack all the Thopters and hope that's enough. But it is a low probability. Low probability. Plus they attack for 11 here. And then, man, you know the other thing we could have done? We could have left open 1 mana off the mountain and, like, blocked with the 1-1 and torched the blocker. I think that actually would have been the best play. Then they get no lifelink, and potentially we could just win on this crack pack if we get lucky. I think that was a better play, for sure. That would have given us a good chance of winning. Creature you control gain haste. That is weird, right? They don't attack anyway. Alright, well, we didn't miss out on the misplay then. Again, we're just looking for Get Lost. So, can just keep playing out some of the stuff. I guess we can do this for 3 to start. End of your next turn. Sure. Not Get Lost. Steel Cutter makes more attackers. Or we can play the Counterlock this turn, which we have anyway. Plus, we already played our second spell this turn. So I think we just take this. We keep digging for the next Get Lost. If they're not going to attack, this isn't so bad. We can hold open a mountain for the trick this turn. And even if they didn't make it a mistake last turn, they could make it this turn. Alright, I'm feeling better. If they attack this turn, we get to block and torch. Which I think was the play we should have made last turn. Zombify, sure. Let's see what you pick. Oh, did they get our Get Lost? Fuck that. Alright, yeah, okay. Alright, and yeah, alright. That is highly unfortunate. The top card, either the top card or the top non-land card was that. We were very close to getting there. At least getting through the Valgaboth, you know. Who's to say they don't reanimate it again, but that was our out here. Map token up. So the question is, can we win this turn off of 3 1/1 flyers? A Steel Cutter and a Painter Studio? Painter Studio is a good amount of damage, actually. That's 6 damage off the 1/1s. Again, let's see if they attack. They're fairly cautious last time. Two attackers. They do go for it. Alright. Doesn't have trample, so we do get to pull this off. And then we gotta win out of nowhere. We got 6 damage off the Painter Studio. And then, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Block here. Torch our own creature. No trample, so no damage dealt, so no lifelink. If they have another land, they can torch one of our 1/1s, which is not ideal. I don't remember if they played land yet this turn. Okay. Alright. Come on, baby. Let's go. Top 2. Come on. Show me lethal. That would have been great a while ago. That also doesn't really help us find lethal. Okay, we could still win this, right? We go Steel Cutter, get lost like a Tali or something. Steel Cutter first, I guess, then Slick Shot. We definitely could find lethal here. It's kind of close. So this got to be first spell if we want to get the Steel Cutter. This is probably second spell, and we only have 3 mana left. So we can get lost the Tali and kill the Torch, and then we get, let's see, that's 4. Oh yeah, I think that's probably lethal. I think we actually get there. Let's go. Oh! Okay, hold on. Did not realize I had extra text. Looks like we're still getting out of this, though. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I think we got it. Hot damn. I'm feeling pretty smart about the torch play, even though we're too dumb to prepare it earlier. But for whatever reason, they didn't attack. They did not nab their free 11 a lifelink when they could have, which I think would have locked us out of the game. I think we just... Oh no, we did go back up, right? Yeah, we're at like 98%. Back to top 1%. Back in the numbers. Hexo says, I challenge you to make a working Dracogenesis deck. Oh man, what is this card? Dracogenesis. Is it like 10 mana, like cast dragons for free or something? You really gonna make me do this? 8 mana, enchantment. Mythic rare, gotta blow my mythic rares on it too. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana costs. We're on the draw. It is keepable, I think, in terms of like what our deck can do. Alright, likely Omniscience. But we're an aggro deck, so maybe we can take advantage of it. We're kind of like a weird mid-rangey aggro deck, though. Like, Ren's Resolve is taking the turn off. I'd rather just have a 2-mana 2/2 haste versus them. It's not Omniscience. It's playing black. Okay, I think it is the Resolve here. Technically, we could attack and try to play around Cut Down. We can't actually do it, though. So it's a fake bluff. I think we'll just go for this. You could attack first and yeah, counterspell. Okay. Interesting. Well, we don't know what's going on here. Dimir Dragons is now the new question. I have not run that. I don't know a particular list that's running that. So we'll be a little bit into the unknown here. Probably the Caustic Exhale, the Dispelling Exhale, the Meringue, the Black Sweeper, which can -2/-2 our entire board, which is pretty good against us. I guess we try to run out the Painter Studio next, unfortunately. I kind of want to see them kill the Swift Spear first. I don't think it's the extra... I think we really want to see a removal spell here, if we can. Because otherwise our hand is completely useless. So if they counter this, we are quite sad, I would say. I think they're targeting their dragon 3 steps ahead. Yeah, we are quite sad. So now our hand is basically useless against them. I was hoping they would take the time to kill the Swift Spear, but now they do. Okay. Well, you know what? The good news is our deck has that card. Yeah, it's got a lot of cards that actually are decent in the mid-range game. We're not just dead now that everything's gone. Burst Lightning. Probably save it to double spell here with like a Steel Cutter. Don't think we need to blow it this early. We don't even have that many 1-drops in the deck, right? So, like, I think 1-drops are kind of premium. Double spell for us. I'm going to hold on to it. All right, come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. Well, oh, we get the scoop off of that. Let's go. Rank 700 Mythic. Scooping to the... They saw the Quarry Steel Cutter, is that it? They're like, damn, I don't have an answer artifacts. That is interesting. Well, feels good to be on this side of it. So far, we're 30 minutes in. I'm not going to tweak the deck, I guess. It's certainly weird. We have... I mean, yeah, PIA NALAAR in general is, like, not a great card. It's a 2-mana 1/2. Takes a lot to get going. But it's cool that this person 5-0'd the event. Surveil lands haven't hurt us yet. So far, all of our opening hands have been pretty solid. We have the Steel Cutter, so we will keep this, even though nothing else is going on. So turn 2 Cutter, and then turn 3, maybe get Lost and Burst Lightning if we don't have to do it in one. How do we do? How are we back down to 99%? Didn't we, like, rank up to, like, 1400 off of that? Demonic Ruckus. All right. Okay. Let's get the Steel Cutter down. And I guess we have Get Lost for any huge creature, so it's not a huge deal if they outscale Burst Lightning. Okay. They hold on to the Ruckus, though, so we can save Get Lost for a bigger target. Problem is we can't double spell if we do that. Yeah, I think we're still going to double spell here. I know it's a little bit of a throwaway. Spell 1, spell 2. Get poppin'. Attach. Alright, and then we just need a non-land to run it back. I'm a little bit worried about a Shelter by Ghosts. We do have the land to get under it. Ruckus first. There's a Shelter. We can pay for that. I don't know if you get the... I mean, if I cast Get Lost... Oh, we don't have any mana anyway. Okay. Doesn't matter this turn, then. Yep. We're 2. Forward to the face. Swing for 2. Opponent's up to 20. They get the lifelink off the Shelter. That is quite annoying. And they have 4 map tokens. A plethora of map tokens. Rescue on top. Lovely. Alright, can we top deck the double spell? No, we can't. We can manually equip this thing, though. For 2 mana, yeah? So I guess that's what's going down here. I think that's better than plotting and setting up for the next double spell. Okay. Get him. To 15. I'm not feeling great about this. I feel like they're going to pump their guy to the moon and obliterate us. But they are tight on white. Map token again. And there's the next Shelter. Alright, so it's gotta be Get Lost off the top. Or we can Torch and sack a token, is that right? I always forget what you can sack off Torch. Artifact, enchantment, or token. Okay, so we could Torch, and then we run into Shared Memories Rescue anyway. It's another land. Okay. I think we are about dead here. We get the Bivouac online. Give him the bull, what for? Sure. I mean, it's about over here. A sorry last-ditch effort. Yeah. So 5 damage, 6 damage off the rescue, and then need 1 more. And that'll be that. That is about enough for me. Any spell here does it. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. We move on. Oh, I guess... I thought we were already in top 1800. I suppose I'm forgetful. I thought off the Demir win, I thought we ranked up like quite a bit, but I guess not. Not sure. Draco's Genesis, eh? You can cast dragon spells without paying their mana costs. You're supposed to reanimate the enchantment? Is that the best way to cheat it out? Just do Abuelo's Awakening, but make a worse Omniscience deck with it? Or Squirming Emergence? This is okay. I mean, Steel Cutter is good, right? Setting up for the mirror here. It is a spell. Sure. I'll keep it. Alright, running it back versus classic Boros. It's probably not a good best of one arena experience to run this deck versus the matchmaker. Right, if we get paired up against this deck a lot, that's not so good for us. We could get lost this thing immediately. I think we're going to wait for this shelter turn again. We want to plot the Slick Shot here and then go Steel Cutter Slick Shot, I guess. You hard cast it now, yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. Draw. Doesn't have lifelink yet, I guess, at least. Next land. It's a Heartfire Hero. None of this is great for us. On the draw. That is not so bad. It's actually not a bad top deck. So spell 1. Spell 2. Probably Burst Lightning the Challenger. I think we do it now underneath the Shard Mage Rescue. I think it was Shelter with 1 white open. Like, I think it still protects something under Burst Lightning, so I don't know if it's worth waiting for. Let's see if they Shelter up. We could still go land, get lost. They tap out their white source. That lawnmower has just started up again. I am hoping you can't hear it. It's Ethereal Armor. Another hero. 2 white open. With stick for sure. I mean, if they have something and they didn't cast it, it's got to be the rescue, right? So I think Get Lost will fall short. So we could go Steel Cutter, Slick Shot here. Question is, do we die? How much damage is it if we play the Painted Studio instead? Is it possible we could present lethal here? We gotta do a whole bunch of math. This would be 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. I think they would have to block. I could have mismathed that. I think we'll go for it. I think they just have Rescue Enhanced. That'd be 5 damage. I think we'll go for it here. With a Slick Shot. Spell number 2. I mean, that's about to be a lot of damage. So we held 1 back. So we're about to get 6, 7, and 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we present lethal. That is a boatload of damage here. It's 12. They block the 4-3 without trample. They do live. They do block. If they blew a rescue here, they could detonate. Drop to 2. Alright, well, we dropped to 10. And totally possible they win here. But I'm down to see how it plays out. They do 1 rescue now to get the trigger. And they look to top deck lethal. Doesn't take too much. I think they might have the next rescue in hand, which gets them up to 9 damage. They got the bivouac too. I don't know. I guess they can bivouac and rescue for the last bit of damage. I think that's what's about to happen here. Ten exactly. Okay. Yeah, we could have held back 1 blocker, I guess. But it was nice to threaten lethal. I don't know. I feel like that's the second day in a row I've been a little bit too aggressive against these decks. It's tough to say, right? Because if they have the Monstrous Rage, then you just feel dumb for not going for it. Or the next Ruckus. I think we could have held back there. Not sure. Hollow Focus says on yesterday evening's video, unless I missed something at the 31-minute mark and 10 seconds, Narset has indestructible and could block. Not gonna lie. There's a lot going on. I was definitely not taking into account every possible thing. Also, I wanted to let her figure some things out by herself. The goal is not to just have me narrate the whole thing the entire time, right? We're on the play. This is okay. We're very tight on red, though. But Steel Cutter is OP, right? So you keep it. This comes in on white. I would even take a red land here. I mean, we can't actually cast more than one more than one red spell per turn. So we actually desperately need either a red land or another white spell. Finale of Revelation. Oh my gosh. Well, this is good because this kind of gets around that problem, right? We can plot it now and then go Steel Cutter Slick Shot without needing to use red. Oh, this is a... my bad. This is the Parlor. I was thinking it was the bivouac. Alright, that problem is fixed now. This is going to be Esper Mind Splice, is my guess. I don't think you'd run... That's interesting. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be that. Yeah, I think we go this over PIA NALAAR, right? And I think we have enough spells to throw away a Burst Lightning here. Should be able to double spell next turn just fine. Alright, that is the ultimate Steel Cutter counter. We do have Get Lost, though. I think it's just you to start. Will they have life gain is a open question. I don't know if we burn the Burst Lightning here just yet. We'll hold on. Next land is okay. Alright. Nalaar goes on the stack. We get a 1-1 out of the deal. I'm trying to remember what flash stuff. I mean, they might just flash in, I think we're just attacking here. They could flash in something. I just don't know. I know for sure there's a 6-mana flash sweeper. That card's sweet. They dropped to 7 with 2 Burst Lightning in hand. Yeah, there's the apparatus. It is slow, though. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We technically have lethal. But we can still play this out beforehand, I suppose. Alright. Sure. We could get a 1-1 here. I don't think we need to do that. Off the torch the Nalaar. We could do that. Counter the Resolve. Okay. This definitely might double Burst Lightning this turn. At least one. We could hold the second one to go for the land. Burst Lightning kicked. Sure. So life gain the deck would be, I always forget what it's called, the 3 mana, draw a card, then gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. I played it recently. I made a whole deck about it. I don't remember. I can never remember what that card's called. That could be in here. They could run the flanker for Graveyard Hate, which is what I've run in the past. Okay. I think we hold on to the last one. So you have to let us hit for one first. That's also a nice top deck with 5 mana open. Yeah, I think we just run that one out. One of the two needs to connect. And they would need the counter plus something else. Counter the Burst Lightning, kill the Slick Shot. If they go for the 5 mana counter here, which they might do, because looking at the apparatus, you're greedy. Very greedy. Your greed shall be your undoing. Boop. Maybe they had no removal spells in hand. Who knows? Maybe they weren't greedy. Maybe they played it as best they could. Alright, we got a couple more games here left. So far, a very fun day in the arena. I don't know what our win rate is. It's probably not exceptional. But we've held our own in roughly top 1% Mythic. Currently, 3 and 4. That's not so bad. We're on the play. We have a Surveil land, which is not ideal. I think that's coming down first, then Steel Cutter, then figure the rest out. If you do Swift Spear nothing on 2, I think you're really sad. You could always top deck the land. The next land isn't awful. We go Steel Cutter and then Double Spell. Do the Slick Shot plot, but I guess we already have the free Double Spell baked in, right? So I think we'll just do this. Do nothing. I mean, you kind of want to get down PIA NALAAR this turn. So I think we go, then we can Ren's Resolve next turn. Thinking about the counter. It's on the stack. Get the Steel Cutter trigger. Get lost, PIA NALAAR. Our token's not bad. We'll be sad if they go into turn 3 lockdown immediately. And then what? Slick Shot? It's not double white. It's a stock up instead. Okay. So if they don't hit lockdown, we're great. If they do, we're pretty sad. Land would be nice. We could go Ren's Resolve into like the studio. I think that would survive the lockdown. Or we could go Ren's Resolve plus use some of these map tokens. I mean, we should assume they get a super. Land is nice. Yeah, we could do the Deface Gallery. I think it's not that bad. We'll lose the map token value, but push out a good amount of damage, get a land, that's nice. Okay, let's just double spell. Cool. Boatload of damage here. Huge boatload of damage. What if it drops to 6? Even if they lock down, we keep the gallery. Stave Judgment instead. That is far better for us. We don't really have a great double spell, right? So we could start with this, I suppose. Okay. Well. Could foretell the slick shot. That might even be better here than anything else. Okay, till next turn, right? End of your next turn. I mean, they'll know what's coming, but, otherwise we just get 1 point of damage here. We'll block. Now what? You probably want to hold up a mana for the slick shot. Good game. They don't have the answer. PIA NALAAR too. Not bad. Spell 1. Spell 2. Looks like we can blow a map token at least, right? Sure, right? Just push for damage. I mean, it's a good card on top anyway. Okay. Swing. +1 across the board. Sure. Negate. All right, and then unless they have the smite, that is in fact game. Okay, I think we'll call it there. It was a pretty fun day in the arena. I think we went even. I think we went 4-4 for a solid 50% win rate, and we managed to stay in the top 1%, top 1,800 numbers, which is cool. I definitely had fun with the deck. It did better than I thought. We never got penalized for the Surveil lands in the opening hand, which I expected. Get Lost didn't feel bad. I mean, we didn't have an amazing number of 1-drops, but it ended up being okay. I think running 22 lands instead of 20 helped with that too. So we generally were able to hit our 3rd land on time, which reduced the cost of not having quite as many 1-drops as I hoped. Painter Studio was an overperformer. I feel like this card did a lot better than I thought. The +1 across the board to the Steel Cutters plus the whatever little PIA NALAAR tokens was actually pretty sweet. So I like this card a lot. And we got to see Count on Luck, which you don't often see played. So I actually had a lot of fun with this deck. I'm definitely glad I played it. I was very sus on it. You know, not every 5-0 deck from the Standard League is necessarily going to be good for best 3 to best of 1, and who knows if they got lucky, but this was actually quite fun here today. So if you enjoyed today's video, you can leave a like, leave a subscribe, and leave a comment, especially if you have more feedback or thoughts on how to propel the kind of beginner versus, you know, top tier player type videos. I do think it has lots of potential, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.